Network of awareness makes your brain coherent. One of the fastest growing podcasts. You can hear it 24/7. Got listeners out in London, informationalists in Paris. The echo spreading out, no parrot. Just dissect, digest, and share it. The righteous rhymes hit the spirit. Click 90 times, it won't perish. Cause y'all's the mind ain't no fairy tale like the valley our parents. It's time to rise, don't get wary. United minds, it's apparent. Download every single errand, but most ain't fit to catch it, even if they were Larry. Interviews, the interludes, they enter you, taking you on a journey like no other. It places you in a state of awareness. It's your fault if you hate the truth, cause Yahweh been Yahweh's on his way, my brother. Better change your views. All praise to Yah.
Peace and greetings. Presenting the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, providing in-depth information on society and culture in America and abroad, bringing you truth messages of inspiration, keen insight, reputable interviews, and so much more. So now, for the truth you've been waiting for, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast, Aura, the informationalist.
Yes, peace and greetings, people. This is Aura, the informationalist, and you're now tuned in to a live broadcast of the Network of Awareness podcast radio show. And today we got a great morning broadcast. I want to welcome all you people from around the world. Peace and blessings to all of you. And we got a great show lined up on this Thursday morning. Yes, I'm doing Thursday mornings. People, I'm going to be going back to doing morning broadcast shows when I have the chance to. Now, you still get daily shows 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, sometimes bonus episodes on the weekend. But I really miss doing these morning shows. And since I had time today, because I have a pretty busy schedule for the rest of the day, I figured let me do this show instead of doing the pre-recorded episode. So for all of you driving to work, waking up, getting your workout on, getting whatever it is that you're doing to start your day or morning, or if you've already been awake. And to my West Coast listeners, you're probably sleeping right now, so you don't even know this is going on. But to all my East Coast people, salute to y'all because you're probably up. And if you get a chance to listen to this show on the live, I thank you. If not, you can always download the show from your favorite podcast listening app, or like many of you have been doing, and I greatly appreciate it. Keep it coming, baby, is download the show from the networkofawareness.com, or should I say networkofawareness.com. Definitely download the shows, leave your reviews there, comments. I appreciate all the brothers and sisters that have left reviews on Apple, on Podchaser, as well as on my website. So greatly appreciate that. And today's show, people, is all about friendship, and like I wrote in the description, is that friendship is a rarity these days, and it's something to be cherished. It really is. And if you have it, respect it because it doesn't come often. True friendship is hard to come by these days in a world that's filled with a steady rise in narcissism and egotistical behavior, where it's all me, and what I can get out of people and what people can do for me. And that kind of eliminates the essence and the value of what true friendship is. Because true friendship is how people respond to you when you're at your lowest. Especially like in a situation where I was in, where a lot of people that necessarily weren't my friends, but when a lot of people turned their back on me, some that I considered friends, some that I had, some type of relationship with, turned their back on me, that goes to show people's true character. The ones that stick around when the going gets tough, when the tough get going, the ones that stick around and get going and are right there with you no matter what, those are the real ones. And those are the ones that, in my personal experiences, that I cherish and respect. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about friendship, people. And I hope that anybody that's listening gets great education and substance from this. And I hope that all of you that are listening actually have true friendship in your life. And if you don't, then I hope you will get it one day, because it's something very, very wonderful and very valuable. And it's something that I can tell you with my true friends that I consider my brothers and my sisters. I appreciate them in words that sometimes can't even explain. It's really ineffable. But let's talk about friendship, people. And let's get this show, Season 4, Episode 94, Friendship, going, shall we? Let's get it popping.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
Please just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo.
Yes, people around the world, thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast of the Network of Awareness. And thanks to all the people that have been downloading the show. And there's always room for growth. We're steadily growing. I've been doing this faithfully for 2 years and consistently for 1.5 years. And it's been a great journey up to this point. And I just appreciate all the people around the world that have really been supportive. Because to a certain degree, man, it's like, even though I may not know you, but the fact that you've been dedicated to listening to this show for the past 2 years, or the 1.5 years, or the past year, or even for the past 6 months, or wherever you came, and started listening to the Network of Awareness, I greatly appreciate it. And I feel like to a certain degree, you guys are my podcast followers, but you're my podcast, distant friends. So I greatly appreciate y'all. And just to reiterate on that, let's give some shout outs here to some of the people, just a few to mention from around the world that are consistent listeners, because I know that not everybody gets to listen to certain shows because of their schedules and certain things that happen. So sometimes people may seem like they've fallen off, but they really just got things going on. So I do appreciate y'all. So I want to give a shout outs to Bulgaria. Bulgaria is a new country that's been listening. Shout outs to South Africa, that's been around for a minute. Same thing with Sweden, Saudi Arabia, Poland. The Philippines been rocking with me for a minute, as well as Morocco. Italy's been around for a while. Ireland's been rocking with me for a minute. Georgia's new on the scene. They've been downloading the show. Of course, we got todo mi gente in Spain. We got Denmark, Germany, Brazil. We got Azerbaijan. Thank you very much. Y'all pretty new to the scene. Of course, Russia. Russia, thank you for coming back, man. I know things are pretty tough out there in Russia, but I appreciate the listenership. Gracias a todo mi gente, mi vatos en México, todos mi caballeros y todos mi señoritas and señoras que escuchan el Network de Awareness in Mexico. Thanks to all the people that listen from India. Of course, I can't forget Canada and United Kingdom, baby. United Kingdom, Canada, and India. They've been rocking with me since pretty much the beginning, especially India and United Kingdom. Canada came into the scene a little bit later, but they are true blue. Shout outs to Robert Riopel from Canada. And people, when it comes to the United Shenanigans of America, or better known as the United States of America, let's give a shout out to Wisconsin, Massachusetts, baby, Alaska. Alaska has never been a listener of mine. So it's interesting how I used to have, 46 states that listen to me. When you add Alaska, it makes it about 47. And there's just a few states that haven't downloaded the show ever, like Hawaii. I think I got North Dakota one time. But I can't wait till I have all 50 states listening. Shout outs to the DC, District of Columbia, Nevada, Washington, Indiana, Alabama, Connecticut, South Carolina, Ohio, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, Missouri, Minnesota, Virginia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Illinois. Shout outs to the Curiosity Chamber, to Jay Baroni from Chicago. Appreciate you listening, brother, and coming on to the show. We had a great show the other day. Of course, we got North Kakalaka, North Carolina. We also got South Carolina. We have Arizona. Shout out to brother Oxaca from Alpha Talk series. We got New Jersey. Shout outs to my daughter, Aura, and her fiance, Russ. And then we got none other than New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to the 5 boroughs, especially the BX, born and raised, baby. Shout outs to all my peoples in California going through the long struggles. Boy, is California getting hit with a bunch of nonsense when it comes to political agendas. Shout outs to Texas, all my patriots and my people that, do what they do, having faith over fear all day out in Texas. Shout outs to all my brothers and sisters in Georgia. Georgia has really been coming up in listenership as they have steadily increased. Especially like in the past few months, Georgia, at one time was number 1, but they stay on the top. And then, of course, you can't forget Florida. Florida's the state that I broadcast out of. So I always expect that to be the largest. But hey, sometimes they get beat out. So shout outs to all my peoples in the Tampa Bay area and throughout the state of Florida. Keep it coming. Keep spreading the word because I'm here to stay. If I do leave Florida, it's probably going to be to go to another country because I don't see myself going to any other state unless it is to visit. But I just want to give props to all you peoples that have been supporting this podcast, radio show, and network. So greatly appreciated. So let's get to the topic at hand, friendship. And I think it's an important subject to cover when it comes to awareness, because the question that I impose upon you, or that I ask to you, my listeners, is that do you have true friendship? And do you know what true friendship is? Because like you see in the artwork, the consistent ongoing responsibility. See, friendship is really an ongoing responsibility. It's not like you could be a friend to someone for 1 week and the next week you're not a friend. Friendship is an everyday ongoing thing. And it requires a lot of loyalty. And I never forget that quote where loyalty is what you say and do in regards to me or that person when I'm not around you. It's how you are talking about the person when they're not around you and how you're thinking of them when they're not around you. That's where the true friendship lies, especially when it comes to loyalty, right? Because when I introduced the show on the introduction, I talked about that, where you really get to see where relationships lie as far as friendships, because when things don't go well is when you see your true friends. Because put like this, people, and a lot of you have probably experienced this in your lifetime where, you know, when you're doing really well, and I've had these situations when I was in my 20s, I had a lot of flimsy friendships that wound up fizzling out. Sometimes because I cut them off, or the friendship just fizzled out because it didn't have that consistency. But something with me and my characters is I'm the very loyal dude. I'm loyal to my friends, and I'm loyal to, you know, relationships with women that I've been with, just because it just comes natural. It's something that if I got love for you or if I respect you, and both, you know, it's like being loyal just comes with the territory. It is just like part of the protocol program. It's like that's a must. There's no half stepping when it comes to friendship and when it comes to loyalty. And unfortunately, many of us have had people in our lives that really do a lot of half stepping. They do a lot of questionable behavior. They're just like, you see these patterns of behavior that are just very unbecoming of what a true friendship is. Because let me tell you something, you know, just because you have, like, let's say in the in these congregation truth communities that like to study scriptures, just because a person that you knows how to recite scriptures like the back of their hand, don't mean they spiritual, people. Don't mean that they're really practicing the principles, the basic instructions before leaving earth. You know, that, you know, when I hear people quoting scriptures, it's nice, but I really take it with a grain of salt, because I'd rather deal with those people spiritually to see that if they're really about that life. And I could tell you that 7 times out of 10, if we're going to go with statistics, 7 times out of 10, they're not. 7 times out of 10, they're just people that can memorize stuff, but they're not really good at putting it into practice. And like Brother Hosh told me when I first met him, is that there's a lot of people when it comes to the truth that have a lot of knowledge and they can recite scriptures like the back of the hand, but they have no charity. None whatsoever. And that's why friendship is it's just a rarity, because of the charity. Because a lot of people don't have that fruit of the spirit when it comes to charity. And a lot of it is because we've been conditioned here in the United States of America as a society to be very cynical, to be very, very egotistical, to be narcissistic, to be very apathetic, and to just be very self-absorbed in what we have going on, but not really caring about what other people got going on, and don't really care to put out a helping hand. Because friendship is a consistent responsibility, people. It's ongoing. And it's something that either you got it or you don't. And when you start seeing your relationships that are considered to be friendships from your perspective, you got to look at it with your spiritual eye and say, is this a relationship that is consistent in its responsibilities? And if the answer is no, then maybe you don't even have a friendship. Maybe you just have an associate. Maybe you just have somebody in your life that maybe shouldn't be around anymore. And if they are, and they are respectful to a certain, maybe you just keep them at a distance as an associate, but not as a friend. Because friendship to me comes with great responsibility. And it's one of those titles or one of those things that you got to earn it, baby. And you got to earn it in a way where it is pure, evident, and undeniable to the person that's receiving this type of love from you. And it's unfortunate that, certain friendships don't last forever, and some of them do. And I could tell you that I have a few friends, a very few, there's less than 5 fingers to count on when it comes to my true friends that I could say, damn, this brother is amazing, is an amazing friend. And I have friends that even talking about their friendship actually brings tears to my eyes and makes me emotional because they're so damn freaking real. Like I've had friends that in my lowest points in life where I've secluded myself and isolated myself, I've had friends break down the walls of isolation and be like, dude, my man, you need to get it together, and I ain't leaving until you do. I ain't leaving your side until you do. Because we're gonna do this together. You not alone. And just even me saying that, it's like it's so real because I have friends that, and I asked another question to you people when I think about this as well when it comes to friendships. Do you have a friend that's never did anything bad to you? That's never played you behind your back or did some low underhanded stuff to you? Do you have friends that never abandoned you? Do you have friends that never talk crap about you? They just talk nothing but good things, even in times where you may have disagreements? Because let me tell you, I got friends like that. I got friends that have been with me through thick and thin. I have a friendship that even though me and this friend don't spend a lot of time together as adults in our older years, listen, it's my brother to the very end. I have a friend that's been a friend with me since we were 5 years old, people. And we are now about to be 45 years old. So that's literally almost 40 years that I've had a friend that's never done me dirty, bro. Or sis, never done me dirty. Been there through the thickest of thins. And it's something to cherish. It's something to respect. I got other friends that have been friends for me over 20 years. And those friends are amazing, man. And it gives you such a great boost to your self-esteem and to the level of confidence that you have in life when you can say that you have true friendship, because it's something that you can rely on. It's something you can count on. And I understand the concept that we're not supposed to praise men and women, and that's true. And I'm not saying to praise man or woman, because we're only supposed to give our praise to the omnipotent, to our creator. But the truth is that you have to respect this because this is a rarity, and friendship is something to really, really appreciate and be grateful for. And I'm truly grateful. I'm always giving gratitude to the Most High for having these types of friends in my life. Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for these friends being in my life, I'm not sure that I would be where I'm at right now. I'm not sure if I would have the peace of mind right now, because I truly believe that the Most High works through my friends. Because my friends, even recently, helped me get over a relationship with one of the most wicked, toxic women that I've ever met in my life. And that's saying a hell of a lot, people, because I've met some pretty crappy, low life people. But the woman that I was in a relationship with recently, boy, you want to talk about the worst of the worst. And sometimes it takes your friends to help you to realize what you're dealing with when you are delusional. And many of us, when we get into relationships with significant others, we become somewhat delusional, right? Because sometimes we're being lied to. We're getting that first impression sessions from these people and all that. And sometimes you need that friend with that spiritual eye that's experiencing it as a third party, looking from the outside in and seeing things that you might not see and bring it to your attention in a respectful way. And sometimes even those friends will not say nothing. You know, I've had those situations. And it's not that they don't care about you. Sometimes they see how happy you seem to be and they don't want to rain on your parade. And I respect that too. And I've had friends that have done that where they're like, hey, you know, I thought homegirl was a little funny. I got a funny vibe from her. I saw her pictures. I was like, something in my spirit felt like that was fractured, like that, you know, person was fractured. I had a friend tell me that. It was like, when I first saw your woman, something in that picture with her seemed fractured. And I was like, wow. And I said, why didn't you tell me anything? He said, because you just seemed like you were content and happy. And I didn't want to come off a certain way, but I should have said something. And now I know that I won't ever do that again. That's a true friend. That is a true friend, people. It's something that it's an ongoing thing. You know, true friends are there for you in the worst of times. I can't say it enough because that, you know, when everything is going well, you'll notice that you'll have a lot of friends, especially if you're the type of person like I was in my 20s where I had a lot going on. I had a lot of success. And you know what I talk about success? Success can only be measured by the moment. But I had a lot of success back in the days, you know, and the true worth in my friendships was only with a few, because a lot of times you'll notice that you'll have friends that are around you when you got a lot of money. You'll have friends around you when you have certain material gains. Like, for example, I have friends that were very manipulative and getting their way and using me as a taxi, as a Uber, when Uber didn't even exist. Why? Because I always had the nice cars. I always had the new car that came out, or even if I bought a used car, it was fly, dope. You know what I'm saying? I always had at the time money to buy certain luxuries or vices like marijuana or liquor or things of that nature. And, you know, people be around a lot for stuff like that. But I'm telling you, when those things don't exist no more, when you're not as successful, when you're not making as much money, when you don't have things going your way, when you have major adversity in your life, where are these people? A lot of them are just extinct. They no longer exist. They're not around anymore because they was only in it to gain something from it. They wasn't really in it because they appreciated who you were as a spiritual being having a physical experience in their life. They didn't really see you for who you truly are. They saw you for what you have. And that's a big difference, that some of those friendships are seasonal. And you have to ask yourself a question. Are they really friendships? Were they really friendships from the beginning? Or were they the illusion of what true friendship is? Because true friendship is real. There's no illusion to it. It is ongoing and it is evident in its behavior and how a person operates. It's undisputable when it's there in your face. It either is or it isn't. It's like the same concept when they say, you can't be half pregnant. It's like, oh, I'm almost pregnant, right? Imagine a woman said, I'm almost pregnant or I'm half pregnant. Well, what does that mean? Either you're pregnant and you're going to have a baby or you're not. When you take that pregnancy test It either says positive that you are or negative you're not. And it's the same thing with a friendship. Either you with it, you got it, or you don't. And I can tell you from personal experience, boy, I got it and I still have it. And it's something that I will continue to cherish and appreciate and uphold my responsibility as the friend. So I say that to you because friendship is something to not take for granted. And it's something that we need to be very, very aware of when we have it. It's something that we need to be very appreciative of when we have it, because it's not something to be taken lightly. Okay, people, keep that in mind. Because friendship to me is something that is just a wonderful experience when you have it. And if you're somebody that has a lot of friends, be careful with that, because sometimes having a lot of friends doesn't necessarily mean that all those people are your true friends. Because when things are down, when things are not as peachy and as roses and flowers and everything is happy, happy, joy, joy, that's when you get to see who the real people are. So, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to put this out as a public service announcement to let you know that true friendship these days is a big rarity. It's a rarity like no other, especially in a world and a society that is very selfish. Because to be a true friend is to be selfless. It's to be compassionate, and it's to have a passion to be able to endure the struggles with the friend and help your friend get out of them, work through them, and be there for them in the toughest times. So ask yourself, do you have a true friend? Do you have true friends? Do you even know what the concept of true friendship is? And if you do, and you do have it, cherish and respect it, people. This is Or the Informationalist from the Network of Awareness on this live broadcast. And like I had mentioned, I have places to go and things to do. So I'm going to play a few songs, and we're going to head on out, people. This is a short show today. I hope that you got great substance and information from what was shared. And remember, friendship is the consistent, ongoing responsibility. So, brothers and sisters, maintain that responsibility to your friends and respond to them when things are not going well for them. And be there. And be aware, brothers and sisters. So, when you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. And don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, brothers and sisters. Why? Because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness on whatever dark path you're in. Embrace the darkness, but embrace the light within you and light it up, baby. Light it up. Peace, love, and light, brothers and sisters. And all praises to our great creator of that which is and always will be. Keep on searching, keep on learning, keep on loving, and keep on being the wonderful spiritual being that you was created to be.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendo. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendo. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendo. I'm a PlayStation type of guy, but I like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. Keeping your head up, don't walk with your chin low. Never thought I'll have second thoughts while I'm living life. Everyone has something to say, even when I do right. When I swerve, they be all in my way. That's a move I despise. Hiding my frown with a happy face, master of these skies. Hopscotch on your planet, better take a better look at these skies. Like a book from an intellect mental, that is word from me wise. When it comes to facts, we don't care about your feelings, so be advised. How do I express this? Reppin' that Texas with the Oklahoma vibe. Shout out to all the women that chose to do me dirty. Special thanks to you, now nothing in this life can hurt me. Girl, you was never worthy. You open your legs up too early, but I don't stop believing, like the music band Journey. Wall Street reincarnate ancestors on my side. All this energy that flow up and down to my spine. I don't play game, that's a lie, even though I got a PS5. Gravity I defy, all I do is raise the vibes. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. I'm a PlayStation type of guy, but I like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. Keeping your head up, don't walk with your chin low. Never thought I'd have second thoughts while I'm living life. Everyone has something to say, even when I do right. When I swerve, they be all in my way. That's a move I despise. Hiding my frown with a happy face, master of these skies. Hopscotch on your planet, see me jig in these skies. Keep it real with your tribe, everywhere I go I survive. Don't mess with me no more, you left me out to die. I don't care if I'm solo, but I still have my lights. Snap back to your reality. Can't you see that the rent due? Stash that in the attic, please. Royalty in the upper room. Don't be impatient, yo, talk to me. Baby girl, what's the issue? Price tag on your third eye. Now your body being misused. This dude said he won the box. Bro, you're not even an athlete. Since you won the box, you can come and get a jab or a shot like a vaccine. It's sad to see with you that it had to be a disconnect, the path that I had to flee. But it's good to know and see you sit back and watch me elevate the rap scene. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. I'm a PlayStation type of guy, but I like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. You haters wanna play games, boy, I'm too much advanced. Y'all be like Nintendos. Keeping your head up, don't walk with your chin low. I know the world don't like me, but who cares?
When the vibe is universal.
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness.
It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. Don't cross that line or we gotta let the sword fly. It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. So don't cross that line when we gotta let the sword fly. All praises to the Most High. First off, I just want to say that every single day a blessing, so I'm really stepping, trying to find my way back. Counted the cost, repented of flaws, I'm trying to live. Yeah, the kingdom of heaven abroad. Have hope in my dreams, I pray I don't fall. I pray for the ones who is lost. I'm feeling the sorrow of times. I'm looking on up in the sky. I'm seeing a lot of the signs. It's either repent or you die. Cannot be walking two sides. Choose to stay who you ride for. Cemented in faith till I die. You don't really wanna fall off. Keep your head up. Keep my sword with me with armor. We won't let up. Sharpen up your brothers, others who we care for. Always shine the light for the Most High in Christ. It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. Don't cross that line or we gotta let the sword fly. It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. So don't cross that line, we gotta let the sword fly.
I wonder why we was created, but later I got my answers. Was searching scriptures daily, trying to get rid of this cancer, the spirit. Bearing witness, I live these holy commandments. Repent, or you gon' perish. Destruction is way too scary. Every day I wake, I give all praises to the Most High. Living in this lie, learn the truth, or you gon' die. Ain't much time left, the Savior coming, looking to the sky. It ain't no disguise, gotta armor up my own mind. Gotta get it, spirit dripping, these gifts don't got no limits. I'm just wishing I could live in that holy kingdom with them. Focus on the mission, eyes locked in tunnel vision, no paganism. We truly follow Christ, that real Christian.
It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. Don't cross that line or we gotta let the sword fly. It comes a time when we gotta praise the Most High. It comes a time when we repent in the Lord's eyes. Been traumatized, we just weep until we sore eyes. So don't cross that line, we gotta let the sword fly.
All praise to the Most High. Repent and perish.
I done made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been a lot before churches. Cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions. Cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching. Networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain. With a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose. To lyrically service the mental malnourished until I perish.
Yahweh's gonna save the awakened, then take him to an ageless haven. Patient, I can't stray away, gotta keep obliterating the pavement. Still remember that day on the phone, Mark, he said, yo, don't you take your foot off the gas. Always something to give y'all praises.
We're the dark oasis, for countless cases. A peak of faithless, I'ma need the patience. Defeat them chases, we seek his graces. For true salvation, we keep on praising. We go on blazing these revelations. Cease to hate, no altercations. Good vibrations, we back to basics. To build foundations, y'all defeated Satan. I done made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been a lot before churches. Cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions. Cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching. Networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain. With a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose. To lyrically service the mental malnourished until I perish. People pursuing acts of violence. Third persistent act of defiance. Freely forming a righteous alliance. Truly against the science appliance. On a mission with wisdom and guidance. Steady defeating the ignorant science. Sealing convicted and non-compliant. Spiritual wars to move in
Let's
silence.
talk about what matters. Drop the vanity. Folks out here losing their sanity. Kids popping off, lost in fantasies. People grieving over loss of family. The evil that be with the power. Turning the people with credence to cowards. Seeking to seize believers with vows. Man, even Stevie can see that it's foul.
I done made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been a lot before churches. Cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions. Cause the call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, soul searching. Networking and murking. Anytime think I drop my curtain. With a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously merging and physically working on my purpose. To lyrically service the mental malnourished until I perish.
Depression gone with every song. Music led by another echelon.
To get you strong, keep pressing on. Long after we dead and gone.
From dusk till dawn, we're righteously armed with spiritual lessons from Yah.
We where we belong, we keep it on. The righteous with third is Zion.
Records embellished with heavenly eloquence.
Elohim's presence presently evident.
Intricate elements, infinite intelligence.
Spiritual specimens lyrically resonant.
Gift was inheritance, smaller percentages.
Carefully measured and meant to be shared.
With the message projected, cemented, embedded.
The sensible question is, what will you get from it? I made mistakes on purpose to divide the word from the worthless. Reveal the facts to be certain. No pain, no gain in the verses. My faith been alive before churches, cause Yah is person on person. So I'm worried about complicated versions, cause a call to divine divergence. I'm still hurting, so searching, networking and murking. Anytime you can drop my curtain, with a spirit that city suburban. I'm seriously emerging and physically working on my purpose to lyrically service the mental malnourished until I perish.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All praise to Yahweh.
Damn, Dreamline made that?
I'm floating up, been through a lot of trials. Yeah, we stay prayed up. We the chosen ones, so we keep going, keep praising Yah. Had to leave a lot of y'all behind. Lately been feeling so grateful when I'm waking up. I'm praising Yah, thank you Yah for him, I'm rising up. I got the family and queen that always stuck by me. A son that's already changing my life. They the reasons I feel alive. Why I smile, work my ass off. Yeah, I'm tired, but for them I really grind. Keep on working overtime. I know it's time that I'm gon' shine. Tribe of Judah, tribe of Levi. Meaning I'm royalty. Just gotta think like you kings and you queens. We are going so far. We kings and we queens, and we made it through it all. I'm floating up, been through a lot of trials. Yeah, we stay prayed up. We the chosen ones, so we keep going, keep praising Yah. Had to leave a lot of y'all behind. Thank you, Yah, for changing my life. My life I changed for you. Had to live, had to die, so you could build me up again. Reformed, I did. I made a lot of changes. Niggas saying that I'm changing, guess we see it different. Agree to disagree, I'm always gonna do me. Yeah, the truth is what I see. Why they keep hiding, but I see right through all the bullshit in this world. Reason why I use my mind and follow Yah. All my Hebrews understand me. Shalom. We are going so far. We kings and we queens, and we made it through it all. I'm floating up, been through a lot of trials. Yeah, we stay prayed up. We the chosen ones, so we keep going, keep praising Yah. Had to leave a lot of y'all behind. I'm floating up, been through a lot of trials. Yeah, we stay prayed up. We the chosen ones, so we keep going, keep praising Yah. Had to leave a lot of y'all behind.
This concludes the Network of Awareness podcast. For more information on the Network of Awareness, please subscribe via email to our website, networkofawareness.com, and follow us on Spreaker.com or any other listening apps you use. For any questions about the NOA, email us at aura@networkofawareness.com. Thank you for listening to one of the fastest growing podcast shows on society and culture in America and abroad. When you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. Peace and blessings.